today we're gonna be driving this death trap an hour to my house. So what happened was, I drove this, I think 2 weeks ago, from my house, which is an hour away from Danielle's house, to Danielle's house. Then I barely got it in their driveway when there was a massive leak. So what we did was, after the massive leak, Danielle's dad tried to tighten, because it was a transmission fluid leak, tried to tighten the connector that leads to the radiator or whatever, and it just broke off. So then he was like, okay, whatever. So then Danielle dropped me back off at home, and he was like, I can fix this. So he tried fixing it, and every time he fixed something, something else broke. So for the past 2 weeks, they've just been fixing it very slowly. However, the reason it's still a death trap is because they learned that, because I took this to one of those tire shops who decides to not torque anything and just use the impacts on everything, they cross-threaded the lug nuts. So only 3 out of 5 on one of these wheels is actually there. But the likelihood of all 4 wheels being loose is very high. So now, in order to get this out of their hair and I can fix the rest of it, I needed to drive it home, because getting it towed makes 0 sense when it runs and drives. So, you're going to come along for the ride. Hopefully there are no cuts in this video, because if there are cuts, that means we're dead on the side of the road. So, I'm going to end up time-lapsing some of this as well. Oh, also, the heat doesn't work either. That was one of the main issues that I needed to fix, but I never did. 99.7. Check engine light is back on, meaning the misfire is probably back, but it's not a flashing check engine light, so I'll deal with that when I get home. It's still running. It's running a lot better than it used to, so there's that. I can't really complain about this going slow, because even I go slow, so yeah, like I said, it's running a lot better than it was ever running before. Once I get home, I'll run the check engine light and see what's going on with it. It's probably a misfire. Yep, flashing check engine light. Yep, misfire's back. But that's okay. It's still driving, so. Back to time lapse. Going up the hill, but it's making it up the hill. Oh, yep, it's misfiring again, yep. Any load on the engine, it's not very happy. But that's fine. I'd rather go up the hill. Oh, come on. You got this. You just gotta make it in my house. And then I'll run the codes again, and I'll probably run some fuel cleaner to it. I don't know. I gotta go through a whole checklist of things again, because they replaced the spark plugs. If you haven't seen those spark plugs, I think I'll show the picture right here. broken in half. Come on, come on. You got this. 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 Yeah. Yep. Okay. Good thing the speed limit is 20. Yep. Keep it going. Keep it going. Goes down the hill. Give it a little bit of brake. One thing you stress another, which is an issue. So the balancing act of stressing the right things and easing the right things is an art. An art that I have not mastered, but I am mastering. Which is why I am qualified to drive death traps. Or at least my death traps. The death traps that I know and am comfortable with. Come on. Okay, no flashing check engine light. Check engine light, but no flashing check engine light, meaning it's not actively misfiring. I think that, at least I think that's what it means, I think. Where am I going? Okay, I think the hill part is over, so back to time lapse, y'all go. Unfortunately, we do have to get on the highway because the way we live, or where I live in comparison to where Daniel and his parents live, is pretty far away. So the only way to actually make it there without spending 5 hours is to get on the highway. But what I will do is stay in the right lane and stay really, 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 really under the speed limit. And this Volkswagen is not going to let me turn. So yeah, I got 14 miles on the highway. I'm just going to stay in this lane. Oh, FYI, yeah, the hood never closed before either, so this I'm used to. Back to time lapse. Ossifer. My car is broken, so like I can't really be going that fast anyway. What cop pulls radar when it's in the middle of like a rainstorm, bro? Whatever. Oh. Georgia cops be like. What causes this much traffic, guys? Like, what? And, okay, idiots like that, first off. Second off, I'd like, people just rubbernecking or something? Like, just looking at the accident or whatever? Because, like, it's not even raining anymore. Like, there wasn't this much traffic last night. I came back from their house last night, and the lightning, that was a death trap of its own. With drag radials, yeah, whatever. Point being, it wasn't even that much traffic then, and it was downpouring. And it was at nighttime, so you couldn't see anything. There wasn't this much traffic. Now that you can see and there isn't much rain, there's this much traffic. What in the absolute heck? Like, it's all red, yellow. If you know Google Maps, blue is like clear, yellow is kind of slow, red is like standstill traffic. Now, it was red, now it's done orange, yellow, whatever the hell you want to call it. But like, what causes this much traffic? What? Is there an accident up ahead? There better, okay, I don't want to say that there better be an accident, because like, I don't want to wish on anyone's downfall, but like, bro, why is there so much flipping traffic? I don't know if you saw that in the time lapse. There was what am I saying? Steep turn in the rain with only 3 lug nuts. Well, actually, I have 5. Because 3 of them are tight. What was I saying? But yeah, I think there was an accident or a crash that happened. There was a support vehicle, or whatever the heck it was. It wasn't an ambulance, but it was like a, hey, you're broken down type situation. But little update, we are about 20 miles away from my house. So we have made it more than halfway, which is good. I will be staying in the right lane. The silver auto decides to not let me. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna be staying in this lane, just chilling. Hopefully nothing happens. Like I said, check engine light is on, but that's normal for this thing. I will update you once we get home. Since there is no good songs on the radio, I'll give you a little backstory behind this lovely thing I call Rome. Oh, sorry, not Rome. This is Ruby. Rome is the Miata. This little lovely thing called Ruby fix it like half-assed, and ever since then it's been running like this. I don't know if it's been misfiring like this ever since then, because I think they bought it new in '98, so I think I don't know the exact years. I don't want to get them wrong, but yeah, my dad bought it, got the engine kind of rebuilt-ish, like very what's the word? Hodgepodge, and ever since then he's had it. And this has basically been my backup. Before I had the Lightning, before I had Chase, and before I had Rotom, I had Marshall, which used to be white, and this thing. So whenever Marshall would go down, or whenever Marshall's in the shop for me getting a lift kit or whatever, I drive this thing. I've driven it to school. I've gone 100 miles in. I mean, on a closed course, definitely. I've done a lot of things in this car. This car is. Oh, come on, no. Okay, yeah. But yeah, this car kind of has a sentimental value, just a little bit, because also, unfortunately, my dad's friend passed away last year. Oh no, come on baby, and it's missing so much right now. Yep, flash and check into like, come on, just the tiniest. So yeah, it kind of has some sentimental value, which is why me and my dad have decided not to just junk it and let it die. I have major plans for this, like maybe in 5 years when all my other cars are up and running, I want to LS swap it and make this a sleeper. But that's way into the future. Right now, I want to just get this thing running good enough so I can daily drive this, because it's a lot better. Even with the miss, it's so much better as a daily driver than any of my other cars, especially because of gas. If I can get the heat to work, that'll be another plus. But then again, it is, what's the word? Spring, right? Fall. No, it's fall. I never get the seasons correct, whatever. So it's getting hotter, which means I won't need the heat as much. So I might just end up, if I can fix this miss, I have to find it. I have to figure out what's going on. I don't know if it's the fuel filter, what the heck is going on. Because like I said, Danielle and his dad did replace all the spark plugs and everything, and it shouldn't be this bad, even though it is. It's a lot better than what it was, like I said before. Also, I need to replace. Yeah, let me go down the list real quick. Figure out the miss. The lug, what is it called? Studs need to be replaced. I'm just gonna replace all. Well, it's 5 times 20 of them. I'm gonna replace all those. Possibly get the heat fixed, but that's not really a priority, especially since it's what is it called? Don't you dare go. Since it's getting warmer out. What else? If I get all of those fixed, amenities wise, replace the radio, because my mom drove it once and she decided to. Before I was driving it, my older brother was driving it, and he got one of those cassette to what is it called? Aux things. And my mother, not knowing any better, put in the freaking cassette player upside down. So now it's stuck in there and I can't go Bluetooth or anything. So in order to play my music, I need to replace the whole radio or have my little speaker box. But that's all. That's like the amenities that don't need to be fixed anytime soon. And then also the headliner. I don't know if you can see it in the video. I don't think you can. But yeah, I think that's about it to make it a good enough daily driver. Not too much. If fixing the miss won't take $1,005 million trillion. Because if that's the case, I probably won't end up daily driving it. I'll drive it every now and then. One thing that definitely needs to get fixed are the lug studs. That's getting fixed no matter what. I think that's everything. Back to time lapse, y'all go. definitely improved is the fact that it does not start dying on me. Because if I was on a hill before, if I was like at a red light on a hill, I'd give it a little gas, it'd start dying, so I'd have to give it like a lot of gas, and like you'd have to know what to do in order to make sure it didn't die. Now that's not happening. Is there still a check engine light? Yes. That's besides the point though. Alright, since we made it back to my house with no big issues other than the misfiring, but I already knew that, what I'm gonna do is, since you've made it this far in the video, other than the lug nuts, or sorry, the lug studs that need to be replaced, I need to swap out, because what Danielle did is he just put distilled water in the coolant thing because there's a coolant leak too. I need to swap that out with actual coolant, have that. I need to put the under trays back on. Like I said, lug studs, power steering pump. I don't know if you could hear that, but it's dying. It's miserable. It wants some what is it called? Attention. What else? Headliner. This is in no particular order. The radio. What else? Heat. If I can get this properly running and driving. Oh, getting the freaking misfire fixed too. That's one of the biggest things. Oh, also shout out D-Max Rhino, work for it. Yeah. What else? I think that's it. And then, like I said, way later down the line, I want to LS swap this thing. Make this thing the best sleeper ever. Like, make it sound so quiet, no one knows anything, and then I just give it gas, and then I just stomp on everybody. I think that's everything. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's a little different video than what I normally do, but I was like, this thing is a death trap, and it might end up leaving me stranded on the side of the road, so might as well make a video off of it. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please leave a like and subscribe.